Tonight on Newswatch 18, former Iowa First Lady Kristi Vilsack announced that she will be moving from Ames in order to pursue a position in the House of Representatives.
See how one Iowa State professor became an on-the-air reporter during the recent Japan earthquakes.
And ISU women's basketball coach Bill Fennelly will be coaching another team soon. Stay tuned to find out more. All of this and more tonight on Newswatch.
Live from Studio B, this is Newswatch 18 with Natalie Froistad, Tessa Callender, and Tim Holmes Sports. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newswatch 18. I'm Tessa Callender.
And I'm Natalie Froistad. Kristi Vilsack announced Wednesday that she'll be moving to Ames in May. Former First Lady said that she wishes to explore the chance of representing Iowa in the House of Representatives. The reason that this move needs to be made is because of the changing districts. Because Iowa has not shown much growth, the 5th district has been eliminated. Steve King, a Republican representative, will also be running for the same spot in the House for the new 4th district.
A group of 3 veterinarians are suing Iowa State University. They say that ISU is trying to become a monopoly and be the only option for pet health care. The 3 individuals, Brent Reimer, Derek Nestor, and Stan Wagner, were first sued by Iowa State in February. Iowa State sued them because they, who were employees of ISU, worked together to make their own competing business using clinic resources. Paul Tanaka, the university attorney, says ISU will present its case in court.
One ISU professor happened to be flying into Japan the same day the earthquake hit a month ago. Here's the story from Matt Nosko and Cam McKenzie.
I was headed to Nagoya, Japan, which is about 2 hours southwest of Tokyo, in order to base myself there for 3 weeks to do some work. And on the 11th, as our plane was coming in, I noticed on the map on the front of the tourist area that the plane looked like it turned and was going back out to sea again. And then about 15 minutes later, the captain came on and said that you may have noticed that we've turned away from Tokyo. There's been an earthquake in western Japan, or eastern Japan, and they're evacuating all the airports. We landed at Yokota Air Force Base about 5:30 in the evening, and then spent the next around 7 hours on the ground there waiting to be refueled. We couldn't get out of the plane. We ran out of water, we ran out of food, and we stayed there till about 10:30 at night until they refueled us, and we then went off to another airport. And I just was thinking, if I get off this plane, I got to figure out a way to get north and see what's going on. Things weren't all that out of the ordinary maybe for a lot of people, but if you go to your local grocery store and there's no trucks delivering the produce and the dairy products and stuff like that, people were running out of those types of things. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I saw a group of people running, so I just joined them because they were all Japanese and obviously understood what was going on better than me. And it turned out we got on the first train out of the airport that day. All the restaurants, food places, everything was closed. The taxi stand was closed. The shuttle bus stand was closed. The trains weren't running. And everywhere I went looking for a way to get out of there, I heard no taxi, no train. You know, I'd find somebody else, no taxi, no train.
The death toll in the March 11th earthquake and tsunami has been raised to approximately 14,000, with close to 13,000 still listed as missing.
The ISU Catholic student community held a homeless awareness sleep out on Tuesday. According to the National Coalition for the Homeless, the national poverty rate is 12.9%. Teams of 4 to 6 people were allowed to sign up in a cardboard house building competition, an event new to this year's sleep out. In addition to the sleep out, the group also arranged to have a speakers panel at the Memorial Union addressing the issues of domestic and sexual violence and how they contribute to homelessness.
With 20 dances, 20 choreographers, and nearly 500 members from every college on campus, Dub H, the hip-hop dance club, will present its show, Light Up the Night. Shows will be held Saturday at Fisher Theater. The club wants to bring the dances and theme back to the hip-hop roots. Tickets can be purchased for $6 at the Iowa State Center ticket office or online through Ticketmaster.
Home to plants and butterflies, this 14-acre site is one of Iowa State's unique features. Drew Norton and Rachel Malone have the story.
Iowa State University is home to one of the largest public gardens in Iowa. On Wednesday, the public was welcomed for a behind-the-scenes tour of Reiman Gardens. Aaron Stile is the Plant Collections and Visitor Services Coordinator. Stile is one of the garden's employees that gives the tours.
The behind-the-scenes program is a really great opportunity for us because it's kind of a volunteer education thing, but it also helps us just educate the general public about the things that we do at the gardens. It makes people more aware. Everybody's always interested in, well, how did you do that? Or why are you doing that? Or, you know, how would this apply for me at home? And so this program, the behind-the-scenes program, really helps us share that information with people. It also helps volunteers learn more about the place that they're volunteering at. A lot of our volunteers do things like give tours, talk to other people about this place, so the more that they know, the better off we are. And so this program allows us to share information with them as well. Well, we have the butterfly flight house, the butterfly wing, which flies about 800 tropical butterflies throughout the year. We also have our tropical indoor conservatory where we have displays that change out periodically, as well as many different tropical plants that are here all the time. Outside we have major areas include our rose gardens, the campanile garden, which at the center has the replica of the campanile on Central Campus.
Visiting the gardens is free for Iowa State students. The tulip display, inspired by insect colors and patterns, will be open until May.
Our theme year is all about insects, and so all of our displays focus on some aspect of insects. So in the different areas of the gardens we have patterns that look like a ladybug, that look like a monarch butterfly or a bumblebee, just kind of playing off of that insect theme and having a little fun with it.
For ISU TV with Drew Norton, I'm Rachel Malone.
For more information about events at Reiman Gardens, visit its website under the Iowa State homepage.
All right, so Aaron, I hear there's supposed to be a high-tech upgrade at Jack Trice. Is that true?
That's right. A new video board is going to be installed for next year's football season. We'll have an update on the Cyhawk series. You're watching Newswatch 18.
What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Franz!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblams, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you.
Bobby? Susie?
Don't worry, that's just the power of the arts!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
Welcome back to Newswatch Sports. I'm Aaron Bauer. Iowa State's women's basketball coach Bill Fenley received some big news this afternoon. Fenley has been named head coach for the 2011 USA Basketball Collegiate Women's World University Games team. Fenley has already won 3 gold medals from being an assistant on the team. He will coach some of the best collegiate women's basketball players on August 14th through the 21st in Shenzhen, China. And Jack Trice Stadium is getting a new addition to the north end just above the Jacobson building. A 36-foot high, 79.5-foot wide video board will be installed for this fall's football season. The board will stretch over the Jacobson building and give Cyclone fans a state-of-the-art football experience. The new board will cost approximately $5 million, and it will be funded by the athletic department. Cyclone men's basketball coach Fred Hoiberg added 2 more additions to his coaching staff. Matt Abdelmassi, who served as assistant director of operations for the Cyclones last season, has now been promoted to assistant coach. And Cornell Mann, who served on the Dayton University coaching staff the past 3 seasons, has also been named another assistant coach. Hoiberg will be entering his 2nd season at the helm for your Cyclones. Finally, the Cyclones softball team fell to in-state rival Iowa yesterday 4-3. The loss drops Iowa State to 19-20 on the year. The softball team will be back in action tomorrow as they play host to Kansas. And the loss yesterday to the Hawks was one of the last events in the Hy-Vee Cyhawk series. Currently, Iowa leads 15-11, but don't fear, Cyclone fans. One event remains, and that's academics. And I think it's safe to say Iowa State has the upper hand in that one. Coming up next here on Newswatch 18 will be weather with Liz.
Thanks, Aaron. It was definitely a lot drier today than it has been in the past, and stay tuned to see how long that dry weather is going to stick around. This is Newswatch 18.
After a car accident, Linda Davis needed CPR. Bill Hamilton needed temporary shelter when a fire destroyed his home. During an operation, Haley Reynolds needed a blood transfusion.
Excuse me, may I go into that room, please?
Next year, revenue growth again will be a focus. Top priority.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
Welcome back to Newswatch 18. We're going to take a really quick look at your Iowa weather. Right now, it's not quite raining yet, but there are some scattered showers out there, so definitely want to keep an eye on that. We're sitting right around 49 degrees. And it's a little bit gusty out. We've got winds out of the southeast around 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20. So you definitely want to take that precaution if you're going outside tonight. For the most part, the rain is staying off to our northeast, northwest, and the rest of the state's just sitting at partly to mostly cloudy. That rain is going to move in as we go later in the evening, though. Temperatures, we're sitting right around 40s. The southern part of the state is up in the 50s, and we may see those going into tomorrow, but for tonight, again, showers, east-southeast winds around 10 to 20 miles an hour with some gusting up to maybe 25, so definitely watch out for that. 40 degrees for our low for tonight. For tomorrow, 56, so we'll definitely be a little bit warmer, which will be a nice change. About 1/4 inch of rain tomorrow with east winds around 10 to 15, so they'll start to kind of die off as we go later into the day. But if we look into our extended forecast, Saturday we'll see another break from the rain with a high of around 57. And Sunday, I'm happy to say, we'll actually get up to 60 degrees. But then as we go into next week, it looks like Sunday or Monday into Tuesday, we could see some thunderstorms appearing. And again, that rain chance is going to come back. And I know we're all getting sick of the rain, but it'll hopefully go away soon, so.
All right, now we'd like to take the rest of the time to talk to our graduating seniors.
Joining us tonight are Liz, Jared, and Josh.
So you guys, do you have any big plans for next year, or what do you have going on?
I have no plans right now. I'm going to hang out this summer, search for jobs, I don't know, relax a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am, too. It's kind of a rough job market right now, so I'm just waiting to see where things line up with that.
What about you, Liz?
Pretty much in the same boat, working on getting a job. I'm not necessarily having the problem of no jobs available. It's more that the jobs that are available, they want you to have like 5 years of experience.
Right.
So
what has
kind of a little underqualified
right.
there.
What has been your guys' involvement at ISU TV?
I started out a couple years ago helping out at the shows, and I was general manager, and then I've been a show producer, a Newswatch producer, and this year I served as the promotions director, so I've dipped my toes in response.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, been involved as long as Josh. Started off just helping out with cameras, then I did sports anchor, news anchor, became GM this year, and it's been a blast. A great foundation for the future of the station. I'm excited to see where it goes.
I do weather. You all saw me do weather. I've been really involved with Size Eyes as well, which is another show that's on ISU TV. And I was also producer for the Al Murdoch Hockey Talk show. And I'm surprised I'm not crying yet.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for tonight, but thank you all for joining us for the last edition of the semester, and make sure you tune in Sunday at 7 for a special news watch that looks back at all the highlights of our past school year.
From everyone here at Newswatch 18, good luck on finals and have a great summer.